the way our country, not only our country but the world is moving today, it is going to a collapse. And it's going to a collapse not because we are not doing our best, but because the different people from different political parties are doing their work. It is because the system on which we operate is outdated, is corrupt, and has no more energy to take us to what we call democracy. So, just like any democratic reform, is the idea that we need to bring more democracy into our society by giving back government to those who really deserve government, or by giving back government to those who are most affected by governance. When we talk of bad governance, we talk of corruption, we talk of insecurity, we talk of misery, we talk of
politicians always want people who are weak, people who they can influence easily and twist their votes or their will in their favor.
It will be an advantage to the woman, because when we talk about the poor in the society, we obviously see first the female, the woman in the society, because poverty is mostly suffered by the woman in society. So it will be an aim, or it will be at giving the woman an opportunity to express herself as a political figure in the society.
So the poor now then goes down to become rich. But normally, if the power they are going to reach, you see, if they go now to become rich, eventually it's another way of bringing. That's the people who are already rich. It's another way of making them poorer and creating another set of rich people, which are the poor people will become rich. So I don't know if this method is going to help. I don't know if there's that democracy, but the look of things.
It's a scale on which the poor and the rich are seated. And when I look at the scale, with everything being equal, that the scale is really balanced. Now it seems to be taking the rich or the wealthy class. You understand? It seems to be trying to curb their influence on the poor. It seems not to be speaking. If you said human nature is dynamic and not static, really, but they seem to be taking more of the influence of the rich on the poor. Don't you think that if there are not principles or maybe clauses defined to hold the poor, don't you think that the poor, that mentality can cause the poor to bring disequilibrium in the so?
It's a kind of conspiracy for profiteering. Because to me, I see that both sides is like a conspiracy for profiteering. Because if somebody who is poor goes into government and earns money and becomes rich, because he has the way.
It sounds so powerful, pragmatic, and let's say so much optimistic about what's life ideology. I think history has teaches that it's practically very difficult and complex for one to reform people.
Looking at division to me, a very great division, because from the principles, being an instrument in democracy, it's not against democracy, but being an instrument to help democracy be better implemented. I would say that in them are reducing or eliminating some of the principles of democracy, where we're saying that everybody will not have to stay in government. That's my point. Democracy is out for the sake of everybody government. Now we are saying that we are eliminating the sake of the rich and leaving just the poor majority. Why don't we think of, at this level, upgrading the poor, changing or looking for means to be.
When voting power was given to black people, they didn't become white. They are not white. When we get women voting right, they didn't become men. They are still women. So if we give poor people more voting power, they will remain poor, but they will not be miserable. They will not be powerless. They will not be disenfranchised. Then they will be happy. As I said, poverty will forever be there. But misery
and powerlessness is what both societies strikes out.
During those days was direct democracy. Okay, direct democracy in the sense that people could gather in a hall like this one, and then when there is an idea or an issue to be voted, you personally participate. Okay, now things change, and around the Middle Ages, there was a movement from that democratic system to a kind of monarchical system, where the ruler had absolute power and so on.
As far as that question is concerned, Julius will elaborate on that. But a vote size, as I have been made to understand, is that an additional value should be given to the vote cast by the poor in such a way that it measures up with the vote of the rich, or goes beyond, that the poor should be compensated in vote value